Have you ever had a game where your team would type non-stop and "are you all game"? Of course you have. You see, League of Legends is like chess, except your chess pieces have one brain cell, telling you you're a dumb idiot in chat. When you're stuck with players who don't know what they're doing, then just carry them. Riven is one of the most snowbally characters in the game. With no mana and infinite mobility, she can become an absolute monster. So I'm gonna show you how to carry games no matter how bad your teams are. In the laning phase, the first 3 or 4 waves matter a lot, as they can decide the pace of the rest of the game. Try to fight for minion advantage if you can. To do this, you have to hit the minions more than your opponent. This way, you get the wave slow pushing to them. The reason you want to do this is because level 2 offers an insane power spike. You get more stats, and you get to use a second ability. With level 2 advantage, you could get control of the wave. The enemy can't walk up because you can just chunk them. If you didn't know, you get level 2 after the first minion in the second wave. So 7 minions equals level 2. Try to trade when you're 1 minion away from level 2 because you will hit it during the trade. On the flip side, Jax has a stronger level 1 because of his counter strike, and because of his high attack speed also with his passive, he's able to get level 2 first. If he hits level 2 first, he could just jump on me, so I back off. It's okay to concede the minions if you're weaker. It's better to just lose a couple of last hits than lose half of your health and potentially get killed. That's why in a ranged matchup, you don't really want to fight for priority in lane, and you have to let them push into you. You don't want to push into a ranged champion because they could just poke you for free and push you out of the lane. So as Riven, it's better to wait till level 3 until you can start trading. After you get the minion advantage, you want to continue slow pushing and don't push fast, because if you push too fast, the second wave will get to the tower before the third wave comes. Just chill out and wait for last hits. A common mistake that players make is that they hit the wave for no reason. If your enemy decides to walk up with the minion disadvantage, then you win because your minions will just hit them. A simple trading combo I like to use as Riven is QW, auto attack, E away. This combo is good for getting quick damage on them and getting out before they can even react. Against champions that Riven can kite easily like Garen, Jax, or Tryndamere, I like to use the EW combo. The position of your stun in the EW combo depends on the timing. If you press it at almost the same time, then your stun will be at the beginning of your dash. If you're playing the first 2 waves correctly, then you can build a huge wave and crash the whole entire thing into the tower. When you build a huge wave and crash it into the tower, the enemy has to stay and farm all of it. If they leave, they lose all the XP to the tower. What this also does is help you avoid ganks. If the jungler decides to fight you in a big minion wave, they just die. A big part of laning is good recall timing. You want to recall in a way so that you don't lose XP. A bad recall will allow your enemy laner to freeze the wave at their tower or shove so that your tower kills the minions instead. So because I pushed in a big wave, I'm free to do anything. I could help my jungler if they're making a play, roam mid, but since there's nothing to do, recalling and buying items is the best choice. And then I come back to lane without losing any minions, I have an item advantage, and my enemy laner is forced to recall at a bad time. If he tries to push in, I could just kill him because I have item advantage. This forces them to have to TP, and if they don't TP, they just lose minions. If you manage to get a lead, then you can continue denying XP from your lane opponent. Use pink wards to deny vision as well. Some good pink ward spots are above blue, behind wolves on the blue side, or on red side, on Krugs, and in front of red are really good spots to get info. Know when to play aggressive or safe, depending on the location of both junglers. If your jungler is making a play on bot side, and you have no vision on the enemy jungler, it's safe to assume that they're gonna make a play on you to try and balance it out. Don't be aggressive for no reason. This is why you get ganked. If your jungler is on your side of the map, then go crazy. Play aggressive because if something happens, your jungler can help you. Just make sure you ping. Learn how to communicate and make it a habit to ping for help. Speaking of playing aggressive, you can short trade under tower with your shield or gore drinker. As soon as you see the tower shoot a minion, then that's the timing to get a good trade in. But remember, before you do this, you have to make sure you know where the jungler is. Otherwise, they could just kill you, if they're in the tri-bush. A common problem that players have is that they would get a lead top lane and still lose the entire game because they never did anything with their lead. When you're ahead, you need to create more leads to impact the map from top, because everyone knows that top lane is an island. When you're far ahead, you can keep denying the enemy top laner, and if he walks up too far, you just kill them. Take enemy jungle camps after you push, so that you deny their jungler as well. It has so much value than getting your own camps, because you're getting yourself further ahead while kneecapping their jungler. When you're the carry of the game, try to be selfish. Think about what will get you a lead because you can only rely on yourself. And I'm not saying to steal cannon minions from your ADC. I'm just saying you could take jungle camps if your jungler is on the other side of the map, but for the most part, if you feel like you'll get more value split pushing than helping your team, then go for it. Riven is a duelist. She's good at 1v1s and small skirmishes because she has so much burst damage, CC, and mobility. So your job is to split push and pressure hard so that the enemy team has to send more people to you. When there's an objective up and the enemy sends someone to stop you, your team gets to take an objective for free, like dragon or mid bot turret. Also, if you push in a lane and they send someone to catch the wave, then you can make a play because that person has to clear the wave before they can do anything, essentially giving you the numbers advantage. If you're snowballing, your job is to create as much pressure as you can without dying. Try not to die because it'll throw your whole lead. The goal of the carry is not to die because they have such a huge bounty on their head. If you die for no reason, then you give the enemy a way back into the game. Remember when I said the first 3 waves determine the whole game? Yes. Now you have the tools to 1v9, and now you can carry games by denying vision, picking key targets, and forcing objectives with your team. And although you can't exactly carry every single game unless you're Faker, but even Faker can lose in bronze. As long as you follow these rules, play clean, and avoid throwing your lead, then you should be able to have consistent results and carry when the time comes.
I'll kill her quick. What the fuck? Did you see that? That shit just teleported.